that we will be glad in it. I am just trying to invite a few folks on Facebook here, and we are going to get going very quickly. My name is Stephen Osemigi again. I'm very delighted to have everyone here with us. My challenge is this time I try to go on live on Facebook, I will see this situation whereby it's asking me to invite. Why don't they just make it easy to invite all my friends, right? I think that's something that Facebook will need to incorporate. It's impossible to do what they're asking, invite individuals separately. Anyway, let me go to the live stream. If you are not live, you will watch the recording. So today is the 16th day of December 2025, and we are preparing and beginning to round up the year. And I'm sure that everyone that is actively working and speaking up for what is going on in Nigeria is beginning to see some level of positive traction as far as international awareness. But the only challenge is that in Nigeria, we still have the problem whereby we don't see the kind of results that we're looking for. We don't see that type of result we're looking for. And at the same time, it's almost as if there's a disconnect. I think one of my effort and our effort is a Nigeria group is to create awareness in a way that people in Nigeria who are facing these attacks, particularly those in the Middle Belt region, even in my home state of Edo, we are beginning to see some attacks coming from Edo north down to our states. People in Kwara, yeah, I mentioned yesterday on the live stream that Kogi Ekwa Church was attacked this Sunday. I mean, today is Tuesday, right? On Sunday, and 20 members were adopted. I just learned after the live stream that they actually killed one person in the Ekwa Church on Sunday. What is this thing that is going on? You know, when you hear a school shooting, which is unfortunate in America, it's global news. You hear about it on CNN, you see it on Fox, you see it on different prime time. Oh, school shooting, for example, there's an unfortunate shooting that happened in Rhode Island, Brown University. It is breaking news. But in Nigeria, I just told you that on Sunday, people were worshiping God in Ekwa Church. And Fulani terrorists came into the church, killed one person, adopted 12 members, and they are not back. This happened on Sunday in Kogi State. Kogi State is close to Edo State. It's just in fact, when you leave out, you're almost at Okene. That's the church they're attacking. And the Kwara State was the last month, right? CAC church that went viral. So the attack on the church is not random. Our organization, Save Nigeria Group, wants the world to know what is happening in Nigeria. We are not here to do politics. We are not here to look for clout. We are not here to just engage and waste time. It's I'm in Central Time, so it's 5 a.m. where I am. But the reason why I'm doing this now is because the Nigerian population, there's this disconnect. A lot of people in Nigeria, which is 12 noon right now, or 12:09, they don't seem to realize that this danger is creeping in. People will just go to church and get. Why is church a point of attack? If it has nothing to do with religion, why is church a point of attack? I am a Christian, I'm Nigerian, I will speak about the issue. Anybody that says other people are being killed, we hear that refrain all the time. Oh, is it only Christians that are being killed? Why are you talking about this? Well, you can speak about other people that are being killed as well. I do not deny that Muslims get killed by these radical Islamic terrorists. The only problem is those people should speak about what is going on. Those people should talk about the killings. It is not just Stephen Osemigi, Save Nigeria Group, or those of us that are talking about the Christian genocide in Nigeria should stop. You say, no, we should shut up about it. We should talk about the other one. This whataboutism, this idea of deflecting. How about nobody get killed? How about you stopping the killings that is going on? That's all we're trying to do here. Yes, beyond that, I have good news for you all. We did a fund drive in last week. Save Nigeria Group is a non-profit. We focus on saving Nigeria. That's our mission. But we do it through giving, through advocacy. We talk about, we support education. We support about good governance as well. We're very interested in how a society is run. We believe that Nigeria's problem, as Chino Achebe said, is leadership. So we are not going to be aloof when it comes to Nigerian leadership question. We will be involved as far as Nigeria is concerned. But in the United States, we're a non-profit. We try to get help for our people, and we raise from funding among ourselves. A lot of Nigerians that saw our links and saw the posts I made, go to asking you to go to our website www.savenigeriagroupusa.org. I know the skepticism about humanitarian work. The folks that here where I live in America, there's this attitude of helping others. In Nigeria, people have bastardized this. I understand we are operating, say Nigerian group is operating in a space that has been bastardized. That is fine. We will win your trust. So I have good news to report that the directors of Save Nigerian Group tasked ourselves and says, even though we just finished a major rally in Washington, D.C., to advocate for an end to the Christian genocide, we spent quite a lot without outside help. We will try and touch lives this Christmas because of the advocacy of the Nigerian group in the US. A lot of IDP groups have been reaching out to us with incredible requests. So we've been able to get 10 bags of rice for an IDP camp in Edo State, 25 liters of oil, gallon of oil, a carton of tin tomatoes. That is being presented as I speak to you now today. Also, we got another 10 bags of rice for an IDP camp outside Durumi in Abuja, and also 25 liters of vegetable oil and a pack of tin tomatoes for the IDP in Abuja. So, because of limited resources, we are able to do this 20 bags of rice and the 50 liters of vegetable oil and 2 packs of tin tomatoes. So we try to spread it to just the two. The request is incredible. What broke my heart is that the coordinator of the camp in Edo told us that they know that these 10 bags of rice they are receiving today is for Christmas, but they have to cook it, they have to start cooking it, and they have nothing to eat. It brought me to tears. It brought me to tears. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. I struggle sometimes when I just ask God every time, God help me. Help me. The pastor that leads this place, he says they go without food. They declare fasting for the children because there's no food. And he believed that my interest as the president of Save Nigerian Group picking up this issue, that I'm a prayer answered. And he saw that I'm from Edo State, and they are in Edo State. Nobody cares for them. My brother is asking, IDP camp in Edo, thousands of people. Also, my brother Osbo, see, that's my secondary school friend. Yes, Edo State, they've been there. Those people are from Borno. They are from Borno State. They relocated them from Borno in Ovia Northeast. That's where they are, just outside Unib. It's not far from Uniben. 30 minutes from Uniben main gate. They are in a bush there, in a camp. They have been there for 10 years. Like, if you don't understand what's happening, as in IDP camp, they said that the rice we just gave them, that they are going to start eating it. In fact, they don't have food at all. So this one I'm saying for Christmas, I'm sorry, Save Nigeria Group, please, thank you, but we are going to eat it now because we have nothing. And I was like, God, that's just the one in Edo. I'm from Edo State. It's not a bad thing that I try to reach out to the IDP camp, but they are not Edo people. Not. So some people will not say, oh, this man is doing tribalism. This is not about tribalism. Those people are from Borno State. They are Christians, mainly women and children. There's a pastor that runs schools for them there. They struggle. There is nobody is caring for them. The name of the IDP runner is Hope for the Needy. Go and Google them. I will post the videos. They have pictures and videos they're sending as they're giving them the food. They are trying to eat the food right now in Edo State. So, sometimes when you touch something, you don't know what God is trying to do. What the pastor was telling me, he said the children are praying. When we were in Washington, D.C. for our rally, He said the children are praying, they are watching the live stream on our YouTube, but they are also praying for you. He said because you are a prayer answered. That these bags of rice we just gave them now, they won't wait for Christmas. They will eat it now because they have nothing. And Osbo is asking me, IDP in Edo. You see why we are doing this? People don't know that there are IDPs in Edo State. From Borno, from Plateau, they are in Edo there. In the bush, they keep them away from the city. That's just one. Oh, they are all over the country. In Abuja, there are at least 4 that we now know. Our friend Michael Arnold, who was the keynote speaker at our rally in Washington last week, he runs schools. He has built 600 children just to help because nobody's taking care of them. No school, no hospital. So NGOs from particularly international ones struggle to even find them because our government even deny these people. So Michael Arnold tries to give them 1 meal a day in the school. Then they are on their own. Many of them take place, beg around. Those that have families, they drop something for them. So Save Nigeria Group is doing the bit we can. We understand that trust is a challenge. We are Nigerians. Even though I live in America, I was born and raised in Nigeria. So I understand the trust deficit is there. But God has given us a few good men. You know, when Gideon was going to war, there was this crowd that came out to fight the Midianites, right? When the Midianites were oppressing. God gave Gideon 300 men. We are not looking for millions of people, even though Nigeria is millions of people. In America, our organizations have very few people. I don't want to tell you the number, but they are committed. That's all we need. And in this Christmas, we said, even though we spend all these thousands of dollars doing rally, going to Congress member, we went to Riley Moore's office, we went to Ted Cruz's office. We're even trying to, I don't want to leave too much information, but we are doing quite a lot to create awareness about the insecurity in Nigeria. And we are not just fighting for Christians, we're fighting for all Nigerians. But we are saying that this thing has a religious connotation. Like I told you, on Sunday, day before yesterday, Ekwa Church in Kogi State was attacked by this Fulani Islamic militia. They killed one member in Ekwa Church in Kogi and adopted 20. I'm sure some of you that will see this live stream are just hearing about it for the first time. That is what is happening. I just heard from Doc Saul, our friend, who runs Equipping the Persecuted through Nigeria.com. He's reporting that in Plateau, 7 people were killed. One pastor, his members, and some members of the church in Plateau. You know, when you kill 7 people in Nigeria, it doesn't make news. It doesn't make news. 7 people being killed is just it no matter. 20 people adopted in Kogi. So I have noticed that there is a conspiracy of silence. Oh, thank you very much. I see us, Sarobo said he will send 2 bags of rice. Thank you very much. That would be great. I would find a way to reach out to you. Send me a message on my chat. Thank you very much for supporting that effort. They will be very happy. I just told you guys that we gave them rice. They no one wait for Christmas. They are eating it now. They said they have not. You know, sometimes when you give somebody food, you say go and go add on to the rest. No, they already add on to the rest. They are eating it now because God will provide the next one. They don't know when. And that is just the reality. So thank you for doing that. What we are doing is as we get any of this, we channel it in to them. The people that need it are not us. God has helped us. We don't need food, but people in Nigeria need food. And what is painful is that the information is not out there. The information, there are people that would like to help, just like my brother now. There are people that would like to do this, but the government does not even let people know in Nigeria, this is location of IDPs. This is location of IDPs if you want to help. They will hide it. As a matter of fact, let me shock you. On Saturday, because the US delegation came to Nigeria, Riley Moore and the House Appropriations Committee came for fact-finding mission. A governor in Nigeria, Taraba State in particular, told IDPs to go back home. Go back home. On their way home, 17 of them were killed on Saturday. This thing I'm telling you is not Nollywood, though. You know, the problem with this, sometimes people just go about their lives. Nigeria is hard enough, so people are busy. 17 people leaving IDP camps, trying to go back home, were killed by the same people who shared them to IDP camp in Taraba. They are Christians. They are Christians. The Taraba is a split between Christians and Muslims. we have a situation where we don't want to call it what it is. If you are sick, you go to the hospital. The first thing the doctor does is to diagnose your problem. They would ask you, what have you eaten? Do you have appetite? What's your temperature? What's your weight? They will not look at your history. All those questions, for those that are doctors here, is to find out what your problem is. In Nigeria, we don't want to talk the problem. We are afraid. Oh, we don't want to scatter. You don't want somebody say, oh, they will attack us in the north. In fact, somebody sent me a tweet on Twitter. I know those on Twitter would confirm this. That we are calling for US to come and take out the terrorists. That do we know that there are 3 million Christians in Kano? This person is an extremist. For me, he's a terrorist, just like Shegumi. He was telling me that there are 3 million Christians in Kano and they are in Samogeri. That if we try to touch the terrorists, if Trump come, that they will deal with the Christians in Samogeri. That we should not try it. Shegumi is going about telling you that terrorists, these people that are going to churches now to adopt people, that they are just nice people, they are hungry, that we need to create a budget for them. That there needs to be a budget item for bandits. I don't call them bandits if you notice. They are radical Islamic terrorists. They are not bandits. This bandit name is what they paid professionals to create. You go on newspaper now, you don't see terrorists. They're all terrorists. But they call them kidnapper, bandit, herdsmen, rustlers, hungry people, good people, Fulani this. They are terrorists. Call it what it is. On my live stream yesterday, I mentioned that the people in Australia suffered a very brutal attack, particularly the Jewish community in Sydney. In the first day of Hanukkah, our heart goes out to all the Jewish people globally and those in Australia. A father and a son opened fire on a beachgoers. We saw it. But whilst we condemn that, which is reprehensible, something like that can happen in Nigeria. I just gave you an example. In that unfortunate attack in Australia, about 15 people now have died, unfortunately. We commiserate with the families. We feel, we sympathize with them. But look at the reaction of the Australian government. They are going house to house. Anyone that has anything to do with those people, they are turning them upside down, checking. They are making sure that they don't want a repeat. That was 15 people dying. St. Mary's Catholic Church in Niger State was invaded. 300 people adopted more than a month ago. The only news from that is that when the US delegation was in Nigeria, our government managed to release 100 of them. 100. To show goodwill to US. They were in charge. So they went to buy 100 of them, allegedly. They kidnapped 300 people, more than a month, mostly children, 6-year-old to 17, boys and girls, including 15 teachers in a Catholic school in Niger State. They are still in kidnappers den. I call them terrorists den. While the US delegation came, our government somehow, according to the report, I don't know whether it's true, it could be propaganda, because you cannot trust the Nigerian government with anything. As a matter of fact, if you see on your TV, good morning, check your time. If you see good morning on TV, check your time. The level of lies, the level of misinformation, the level of deceit, I have never seen this. It's like what, maybe Russia. Like level of propaganda, lies. So you kidnap 300 something people in a specific school with 15 teachers. They said 50 ran away, right? That was the rumor. According to the priest that runs the school, he said, no, they didn't say he ran away. Let me get this right. It was 300, right? Kidnapped. That was what we heard. Some of you that followed the news. Later, I think it was Bayo Ononuga or some of these politicians that came and said, they've secured the release of 50. No. The school principal said no. During the attack, 50 students ran into the bush and were able to go back to their families. So, 250 remaining. The 250 remaining had been in a terror camp for more than 3-4 weeks, even before we were planning the rally in Washington, D.C. This thing happened. During the visit of the US delegation, 5 of them to Nigeria, our government reported that 100 of the 250 remaining from that specific Catholic school has now been secured. They said we should clap for them. You release 100 out of 250 still in kidnappers there. Where is the rest? Who arrested? Who kidnapped them? Have you arrested the kidnappers? Who are those holding these children? Why are they, like I don't know? God Almighty! This I can't wrap my head around what happens in Nigeria. I can't. They went to a CAC church in Kwara, slaughtered a lot of people. They lied about the number. We saw the videos. Massive killing. They kidnapped 38 people, asking for 100 million from a village school. I mentioned yesterday that there's something about 100 million naira that these terrorists seem to have among them. They kidnap a billionaire, they ask for 100 million. They kidnap a politician, 100 million. They kidnap a husband and wife that just got married, they ask for 100 million. They kidnap a Pawai typer in Asaba, was kidnapped, they asked for 100 million. These churchgoers in a village in Kwara State, just close to Oyo State, they asked for 100 million for 38 church members. Bayo Ononuga went on Arise TV and said they've secured the release of the 38 church members after a week in terror camp. Who knows what happened to them while the terrorists were holding them? He said, how did you secure it? They have their ways. The DSS know who they are. Key question, they know who they are. Number 2 thing is that they have their phone number. They know their location. So they have their ways. So did you pay ransom? He said, no, they just called them. As law-abiding terrorists, they released the 38 children. While that was done in Kwara, 12 people were kidnapped again the next day after the release of the churchgoers, right? Who survived. Remember, they killed people in that church. So when they say they released the kidnapped churchgoers, they killed people in church, right? So I am making this to remind Nigerians that we watch this live stream or that are on live right now, that the situation is a Christian genocide. There's an attack on the church of Nigeria, but the majority of the Nigerian church are not aware. Either they are not aware or they are not interested. Majority of the church. They still think this is politics. This is not true. There's this idea of, concern me. That's how we say it in Edo. It will concern you very soon. The Equa Church, when CAC happened in Kwara, this Equa that was attacked on Sunday, they didn't do much. I'm sure they prayed, they thanked God. We're sorry for Kwara people. They don't reach their top. Now we are saying we are sorry for Equa people in Kogi. Who is next? Where is next? What church is next? What church is next? So we cannot continue to hide the truth. Yeah, I see what. Let me read what Osabo said. The government is working with terrorists, and it's the hard truth. The US knows all this. They do selective release of kidnapped victims. Exactly. Our government is not sincere. My own is that I'm hoping that what you know, Sarabo, others Nigerians know it. Like, we need more Nigerians to know what you are saying now. That our government is not sincere. They don't want, their own is to deny, and hide it. But as you are hiding it, more people are being killed. As you're hiding it. Like, we have to, if our government was sincere, they will go to ask for help. Because I believe that they are overwhelmed. I believe that the Nigerian government is overstretched. The number of military we have is not enough. But beyond that, they've even incorporated repentant, in quote, repentant terrorists into the Nigerian army. Who now, a general was killed, like, I'm sure you guys must have heard. If you have not heard that a brigadier general was killed by terrorists in Borno about a month ago, Brigadier General Uba Musa is his name. He's from Southern Kaduna. Is he not? Uba is his first name. I don't know. Maybe last name is San. Yeah, he's a northerner, but his name is UBA. His convoy was going in Borno, and somehow these terrorists knew where they were going. They were transporting, I'm sure they were transporting classified things or weapons. They interdicted them, killed people. And he escaped that attack on his convoy and ran into the bush. During that time he was running, there was rumor that this happened. The Nigerian Defense Authorities came to deny it. They said, no, a general was not killed. He made it back to the barracks. Everything is safe. It's not true. They know, these people, or they deny first before they even ask questions. According to the story we've got, the general called for help because he was stranded, running away. He was able to sneak in the bush and was calling for help. For some reason, we were told that the terrorists pinpointed his location using the GPS because he called. So somebody where he called leaked his location to the terrorists that was already chasing him, and he was caught alive. While he was caught alive, the Nigerian defense was saying that it's not true. The general is back. You know what a brigadier general is? It's a senior officer with men. They caught him, put him down. Nigerian government was denying that the general was adopted or killed. The terrorists released the video with him. And while they were torturing him, they shot him on the head and released the video the next day. So the video came online while the government was denying what has happened. I have the video on my phone. This thing I'm telling you, I have it on my phone. It's so heartbreaking. The wife of the general is unconsolable. Young general, vibrant, attacking terrorists. He was adopted because of this infiltration into the Nigerian security. So even some of the things that the US people say here in America is they don't trust the Nigerian security architecture, because when you leak information to them, Boko Haram will have it. So how do you defeat something that we have infiltration? I don't know the solution. Oh. My own is that I will not keep quiet about the killing of Christians in Nigeria. The trying to Islamize the entire country. Me, I will not keep quiet about that one. Other people should talk about the killing of Muslims, the killing of non-religious people. In fact, nobody should be killed. I condemn in the strongest term the killing of Muslims. I'm not a religious fanatic. I have my best friend in Nigeria is a Muslim. In America here we have Muslims. We have Muslims everywhere. I've not seen a Muslim terrorist. At least most people I know, they're not terrorists. So this is not about attack on Islam, attack on Muslim. In Edo State, we have a lot of Muslims in our Edo North. These are one of the most wonderful people you find. Aisha Yusuf, my friend, my big sister, she's a Muslim. Are you going to call her a terrorist? So this is not about that. The enemy and the evil ones are trying to pervert a religion and use it as a tool. And when you say there is no Christian genocide, in order not to provoke other people, these people go to churches and burn it down. They behead the priest. They capture members. They kill some. They go from church to church. And as I speak to you, there's an Anglican priest who was adopted 3 weeks ago, Bishop Reverend Father Archie. He was adopted at home after church. They traced him to his house in Southern Kaduna, Anglican Church. They captured him, his wife, and his daughter. His daughter. And they were asking for what again did I tell you before? What did I tell you guys? They were asking for a village Anglican priest that each of his family member and himself 100 million ransom. I'm sure that church has not seen 100 million before. It's a small church. The pastor, the Reverend Father, died at the hands of the kidnappers. And as I speak to you now, the wife and the daughter are still in the hands of the terrorists. And the description is that they are Fulani Islamic militia that took these people. Fulani Islamic militia. The dead body has been buried at the site of the kidnap. They release videos. I'm not making this up. Look it up, guys. Look it up. They release videos. The wife and the daughter, they are threatening to kill them because the main catch, the priest, has been killed. And the Nigerian government is not doing anything about it. Hey, God. What sin did we commit to deserve such a government? What sin did Nigerians commit? Like, is this something that our forefathers did? What is going on? How did we deserve such an... My God Almighty. I don't know. Maybe it's because I traveled abroad. I live in America. I've traveled around the world. I see what government is. Because I know that where I am now, if I have problem, if I call 911, they will have squad of cars. Even though I here have a right to protect myself with my firearm. I have that Second Amendment right. Nigerians don't have right to protect themselves. Nigeria don't have even ambulance. A friend of mine lost his sister, 26-year-old, with a 3-month-old baby in Abuja a few days ago. Why did she die? She had an emergency that needed an ICU. So I don't know the solutions to this thing, but we need to create awareness. Go to our website, www.savenigeriagroup.org, www.savenigeriagroupusa.org. The USA.org is the site you should go first. That is talking about what we in Save Nigerian Group US is doing. We believe that this work is expansive. We cannot do everything here from America. So we are asking our Nigerians in diaspora to join this effort. If you'd like to join our organization, go to the website, submit your information, and also send me a message on any of this stream, whether it's on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter. Send a message with your number where you are located in order to join our organization. Globally, we have Save Nigeria Group Australia, Save Nigeria Group Europe, Save Nigeria Group UK, Save Nigeria Group Canada, Save Nigeria Group in Edo State, in Akwa Ibom State. Well, we have a South group that encompasses all the states. We have Southeast, Southwest Nigeria. We have Northern Nigeria. We'll be partitioning that as we grow. The goal is to get people on the ground that will help us reach out to people that are in trouble, particularly the IDPs. You know, Nigeria will be very wicked to the IDPs. Nigeria will be wicked to many people, but particularly the displaced people. If you hear their story, you will break down in tears. The crimes, according to Mike Annan, the crimes committed against the IDPs amounts to genocide, amounts to there's enough evidence to bring the government of Nigeria to the International Criminal Court. That's what Mike was saying. I'm a Nigerian. I struggle. I don't trust that the International Criminal Court are willing to do such things. For me, I'm not interested in International Criminal Court. I'm not a lawyer. And my friend Osgood, I think he's a lawyer here. So me, I don't be a lawyer. I don't know. But I believe that international awareness, diplomatic pressure, I believe that the United States going to use their drones to blow those terror camps where they are amassing and going to attack is necessary. We need international intervention. Locally, we cannot do it. The genocide against Christians cannot be stopped by the Nigerian authorities alone. They are not being honest. They need help, but they are too proud or they are afraid of politics. They don't want to touch on toes. Well, there are toes that are being touched. They are called the internally displaced people. People like Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo of Plateau, he's been crying like the lone voice in the wilderness. He's been crying and screaming. We must do something about what is happening in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, it is your duty to speak up about it. And people say, "Oh, Steve, why are you speaking up about this? Oh, these people will know you. They will know me. It's okay. My name is Stephen Osemike. I'm from Edo State, Umode particularly. I was born and raised there. I live in America. Know me and know me well. I will speak the truth. What I will not do is to lie. So whatever, if you like, do your worst. Say what you like. We will speak the truth and expose what is happening about our people in Nigeria. That's what we will do. Do your own. Don't worry. I'm not afraid of you or anybody. That's the thing. There are people whose lives are being sniffed out, and it is your duty to speak about it. Somebody say, how come 200 million people? Nobody's talking. Well, I'm talking. I'm sure there are others talking. I know Frank Oto, my friend from Yellow Water, is speaking. I know a lot of people talking. Save Nigeria Group USA.org is a website to go to. Whether you want to support our work, whether you want to see what we are doing, you want to join us, We had a rally in Washington, D.C. that was very big. We're going to have more rallies. Our goal now is not just the rally in D.C. We'll go and do a rally in California. We want to do rally in Texas. We want to do rally in New York. Since we want to bring more awareness to what is happening. Because everybody cannot be in Washington, D.C. The next rally will likely be in New York at the United Nations. Save Nigerian Group rally. That's where we are going. I just announcing in breaking news. We are going to New York at the UN so that the United Nations will hear us. We did a rally in Capitol Hill, right? We are going to UN. This issue is not just a US government. United States government has a lot on their hands. Thank God Trump is speaking. President Trump is a God sent. I know many of you may not like him, but God sent him. I don't like you to always pitch demand. People tell you, oh, Trump, this thing is true, but Trump. It does not matter who God uses. God can use anybody. I am being used by God. I am convinced that I'm being used by God. Why else will I leave all I'm doing and be talking about this issue? You think I'm making anything from this? No. I'm not interested. It's not, God is putting, I can't turn away from it. God has laid it in my heart. People have prayed and God have answered because I'm here to have a platform to speak. That is what we're talking about. We need Nigerians to join Save Nigeria group anywhere they are in the world, whether they are in the United States, whether in Europe, Asia, Australia, in Africa. In fact, we have still Nigerian group Africa for those that are outside Nigeria. Then we have Nigeria. For me, Save Nigeria group Nigeria is the most important because where we want change at is in Nigeria, at home. At home in Nigeria is where the change must come. This bad governance, this nonchalant wickedness the people of Nigeria has to wake up, has to break off from the shackles and say, this is not okay. You cannot just go to a church and attack people like you did in Kogi on day first today and kidnap 220 people and kill one person in church. Who will be the next? Is it until they reach those big churches in Lagos Ibadan Expressway? Is it then Nigeria will wake up? Are we waiting for them to do a pogrom and kill 10,000 people in one day? Is that when we wake up? These people are warning us. They are attacking churches here and there in different states. Nobody is protecting people. Do we now ask churches to go and defend themselves? How? Are they even allowed? The laws of Nigeria, does it allow you to even defend yourself? If you say it's farmer header clash, what is the farm inside the church? What is the farm? Where is the farm inside that church that they went to attack them first today? Equa Church. Do they plant corn inside church? Are we crazy? Everybody they mad or what? Why are we trying to deny the obvious? They're going after churches and priests and Christians. In fact, some of them, Dakomo said they surrounded the church in Borno and burnt down everybody inside. They go to another church, separated the men from the women. And they said, the men from the women, if you convert, you will join, they will keep the women. If you convert, they will marry them. The men, if you convert, you will join their terror group. If you don't convert, they'll kill you. And they killed those who refuse to deny their faith. These people are screaming what they are doing. That is a radical Islamic jihad. And some people are trying to twist what they did not say. Somebody say, Allahu Akbar. In Islamic, I think it means God is great, right? And they are celebrating and slaughtering people, using machete to cut people and shouting God is great in their Islamic prayer. Somebody else come to tell you that it is not Islam. They are not Muslim. And I said it yesterday and I'll say it again today. The reason why you have the temerity to deny the faith of these terrorists is because they are not close to you. You can't talk that nonsense when those terrorists are close. Therefore, what they will do to you for saying, opening your mouth to tell people who are radical Islamic terrorists that they are not Muslims. You are lucky they are not close to you. Go and tell them they are not Muslim. Go and tell them. Instead of denying what they are, radical Islamic terrorists focus on finding solutions, focus on holding the government accountable to protect civilians, to protect the people. We cannot just have a government who just borrows money, steal and loot and loot and loot, and ignore the killings. People's life matter. I don't know whether we should say that their life matter. You can't just be spilling innocent blood. You can't just be killing people because you like it. So this life you are on is something I'm doing daily. I'll be running up in another 15 minutes. But the goal is to force the issue so that you would hear out. So anybody that passes on my live stream will see and hear about this. That this Christian genocide in Nigeria must end. I know there are big churches who should support this. People like Bishop Eneche. Oh my God. Very amazing man. I can count. People like Isa Ebuba. These are people that have decided to speak up in spite of the threats. Isa Abuba is even a Fulani man. And he calls them out. And the Fulanis are a problem. The terrorists, the people that kill the most are the Fulani terrorists. He's a Fulani man. I know me, I'm from Edo, so people will say, oh, we're a minority. Why are we calling the tribe? This is not about tribe. There are Fulanis that have not attacked anybody. At least you don't see them. In fact, I just mentioned Isa Ebuba is a Fulani man. So it's not tribe. There are people that are just evil that needs to be brought to book. We cannot continue to pretend. If there are Edo, in fact, you know, they used to yab us, we that are from Edo State. Oh, we are Yahoo. Because some of our young people try to use the internet in nefarious ways. They called our sisters that went to Europe, uh, some of them doing nefarious things in the past, all sorts of names. They labeled us. And we say, oh, why are you labeling Edo people that? I remember before Akwa Ibom started to change, they used to label them Akbar, Ekaite, Afhep. But today you you can't try that. But my point is that the Fulani tribe in Nigeria have a responsibility to please call for help and call out these people because they are really making a bad name of your tribe. They are making Nigeria is a problematic situation. I know how the tribal defense comes in, but instead of denial, let us try to address the problem. We have a problem where there are people that are illiterate. Our government has failed them. I will agree with somebody, I won't mention his name on. Nigerian government has even failed the Nigerians that are even the terrorists. We've allowed them to radicalize. They've been allowed to become what they are. Yes, they get influx from outside, but there are Nigerians that are part of this. And you can call them Fulanis, terrorists, Asaru, ISWAP. They are citizens of our country. They are part of this terror thing. It is failure of leadership. It is failure of leadership because our government is supposed to make sure that people are educated, people have opportunities, that they feel the presence of the government wherever they choose to live, whatever faith they practice. So our government abdicate their job and people they do this margery situation where children are given plates and left alone to go to radical clerics to brainwash. And here we are. And as I speak to you, millions of children are being born and given plate. So the problem is not ending now unless something changes in the way we structure our government, in the way we make sure leadership is right. I see my friend Fred says the United Nations, UN, is pro-Islam indeed and character. You don't see anything wrong with okay. I see what you're saying. I think a lot of people will agree with you, which is why people will think, well, why we shouldn't go to the UN. They are pro. The UN does not belong to the pro-Islam or denial of Christian genocide group. It is a United Nations body housed in the United States, in New York. Whether they have their biases, that's fine with them. But we will force them to hear what the truth is. You know, sometimes when you're talking to somebody, you don't even care what their opinion is. Right now, I'm doing a live, right? Some people can join this live who disagree with what I'm saying. That's okay. That's okay. So the United Nations may have a lot of people that disagree with the truth. We will still tell them the truth. It doesn't matter. Disagreement is fine. It's only irrational people that don't. If you go to my Twitter, you see people on my comment section thanking and praising God for what I'm doing, what Save Nigeria group is doing. God bless you. Under that same God bless you, thank you tweet, somebody will be insulting my father. Somebody will be tagging DSS, arrest him. Somebody will be insulting me, say I'm a grifter. I'm looking to steal money. I'm lying. What about the Muslims? What about? So you can see that opinions differ. It doesn't matter. It's okay. It's okay. So disagreeing in the UN with what is happening in Nigeria, that's fine. We need to speak the truth. We need to speak the truth. It doesn't matter what the person is arguing. Or if you say this thing is not religious, why is Equa Church being attacked? Why are priests being killed? There is a pastor that went to the Middle Belt. I saw the video, broke my heart. 5,000 plus widows gathered since 2009. The 5,560 something of them have lost their husbands. They are all wives of pastors, priests, and church leaders. All 5,000 plus. They are surviving women whose husbands have been targeted and killed. Somebody's asking for account if you can follow my Facebook and send me a DM, I'll let you know how you can support. Yes, thank you very much. So, but another way, if you are in the US, go to the website and do that as well. But reaching out to us is better if you want to support whatever we are doing. We have a Zelle and Cash App that is better to support this work. If you go to the website, there's this thing they call fees, PayPal, Stripe, through the website. Somebody gave $100 for this rice drive, the only one that we got from the website, and they collected $6 from it. So somebody sent $100 for rice. We got $94 or something like that. Just only so the website is what it is. We have no choice. That's what this platform charge. But if I know people that want to help, I know how to get to you directly. What I can assure you is that whatever you are giving is needed, and it will go to the people. I know that we have a reputation. Nigeria, we are Nigerians, but break through the weeds. Not everybody. Elijah was saying to God, I am the only prophet left. Oh God, they want to kill me. And God said, no, I still have people who have not bowed down. I'm not a boaster, but I'm one of those Nigerians that believe the right thing should be done. I'm very passionate about getting Nigeria to work. So if you're just finding me, understand that you can trust what we are doing and take it to the bank. Don't worry about it. Do what you can. Actually, I'm looking for like minds, people who are passionate about the country, both in Nigeria, in US, wherever you may be. We want you to join us in Save Nigeria Group. We need to be global so that we can spread the truth and spread the word and talk about how to save our country. Because as a Nigerian, there's no other place on earth that is home. There's no other place on earth that is home. No place like home. No place. No place like home. We must get Nigeria to work. So I want to thank the international community, those who are passionate about what's going on, those who are helping to create awareness about the Christian genocide in Nigeria. You are not saying anything that is wrong. You are not lying. It's really, really happening. And there is a warning that this year, in another few days, that the Fulani Islamic militia are planning to attack on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I don't know if Fred, are you able to speak? They're asking me to see if I can bring you up. Let me send you a request. I've never, if you like to speak, let me know. I can see whether I can send you a request to come so you can join the conversation. That would be really great. If you can join the conversation. So I'm sending Fred a request. So if you like to speak, please go ahead and let me know. And I will. Okay. Oh, Fred has joined us. Good, good, good. You are the first person to join my video, live stream video. I can see you. Hello, can you speak? Hello, Fred. Okay, I see you have added your, you have been added, and if you like to speak, add, tell us what's going on where you are, and give us updates, please. Fred, are you there? Okay, we're still getting used to this. So on this live, I'll be willing to bring you up to speak. It's not just about me. I don't know it all. Some of you have more information than myself. So I would definitely like for you to please feel free to please um, come up and speak. And I don't know how to send requests on the Twitter live. I'm still learning the Twitter live thing. So this is on Save Nigerian Group Twitter handle. We're on Save Nigerian Group YouTube. We're on Save Nigerian Group. Well, we're on Stephen Osemige on Facebook. We have a Facebook page, but I'm going live. And I'm speaking on behalf of the organization. Save Nigerian Group is an organization headquartered in America, but our goal is global, and we're calling for people to join the organization. Send us a message. Follow the Facebook page. Send a message. Leave a comment. Then we'll try to follow up and get you where you can be involved. If you're in Nigeria, join. We need all the help we can get. We can't fight this alone. Our organization is doing a good work, but if you leave it for myself and a few others that are working, we are human beings. We may not be able to sustain this. So we need more people to join so that the work is easy. Join and spread the word. Let's reach out to groups, organizations that can support what we are doing in order to sustain it. That's the truth. The government we are talking about, we have reports that Nigerian government is spending millions to pay lobbyists to deny the Christian genocide, to deny what is happening, to hide it. So we are using our little whatever we have to compete to fight a propaganda machine that is using oil blocks. They sell crude oil and use it to do propaganda. We don't have access to crude oil in Nigeria, even though it's our own oil. I'm even from a oil producing area. But the point is, we have to do what we have to do. And if we are counting on Nigerians, both here on this live stream and elsewhere, the same Nigerian groups and organizations you can be part of, you can contribute and support our efforts. You can do, let me see, postpone here. You can do, there's a lot one can do to continue the conversation around what is going on. I don't know if David can come up to speak. There should be a Facebook account for Save Nigerian Group, please, so that many people can join. Oh, is there a problem with joining? There's a Facebook page. There's a Facebook page. Is there a problem with joining this one I'm doing? This live I'm doing? Is there a problem with that? If you don't mind, let me bring you up. So just share, give me some ideas here. I'm open to that. If you can join, I've sent you a request. Money. Wait, is this Money, my friend from Plateau? Um, yeah. So please, if you can add yourself so that you can speak and share some of your ideas, that would be great. Thank you very much for joining the live. Again, those that are just joining us, we are speaking on. Okay, I see Manny is almost joining. I hope she will be able to speak. That would be great. We are just coming to top of the hour where we will need to round up. So Manny may have the last word here. Hello. Oh, that's okay. That's you, Manny. You caught me on Facebook. I know now. I know that's Manny. Yeah, yeah. But the voice is very low. It's very low. I'm not. I don't. I'm not too sure what's going on. But um, I was saying that. Do you think it's hard to join this live I'm doing right now? Is it hard? mm, mm. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, people may see the name, they don't know what we are doing, so it looks like a personal thing, right? Okay. I'm trying to learn how to do. I've been on Twitter for the longest. You and I met on Twitter a couple of years ago. I'm trying to learn Facebook, so I'll try what you're saying now. I don't know how to do it. Mm, mm. Okay. I'll try to share. We have a Facebook page for sure. Even the rally we did in Washington, D.C., we used the Facebook page to create a lot of ads. But what I've not been able to do is to know if we could do a live on that page. I think it could be possible. Yeah. Mm, okay. Okay. That would be great. We will try that. I like the idea and I thank you for that. Manny, good to hear from you on Facebook. Thank you. But in any case, continue to share and let's continue to improve on this. We are not going to stop. Save Nigeria Group, we're trying to create platforms in Nigeria again. We had a platform in Nigeria in the past. We're trying to re-energize that platform. So, Manny, I'm looking for you on that WhatsApp so that we can get engaged and begin to share some of these links on those WhatsApp platforms. So we have WhatsApp for Nigerians, Southwest, Southeast, South, no, North is general at the moment, but we intend to break it into the six geopolitical zones, then later state by state. We want Save Nigerian Group to have people on the ground. For example, we just went to give rice to IDPs in Abuja at the Durumi area or something like that. It is our same Nigerian group person in Abuja that took the items to go and give them today. We also went to an IDP camp today in Edo State, just 20 minutes outside the city. Those are people from Plateau, people from southern Borno that were displaced by Boko Haram and the Fulani Islamic militia. They are in Edo, so we went to give them rice, oil, and tomatoes today as well. It is somebody from that we connected with through this engagement that is helping us do that. So, oh yeah, so we're trying to do as best as whatever we can do in order not to. We don't want to. I don't even know. I hope the live didn't go off. Yeah, we don't. We want to reach out to the people in need. What we've heard is that we raise funds from ourselves, members of the organization in America. We just tax ourselves, even though we just spent thousands of dollars trying to do the rally in the DC that was successful. There's need to engage the government here on the issue. We felt we needed to touch the people on the ground, particularly the IDPs, and I'm very happy that we did that. And we shared the way to support, but a lot of people don't know us as well. They don't know whether these Nigerian people are honest. So we try to go ahead and we were told that the rice we are giving today for Christmas, they are going to eat it today. And they don't have anything, they can't wait for Christmas. So my heart is breaking. I don't understand why they don't get as much. Like these people, the pastor was telling me in one of the camps that the children have to eat once a day. So they are fasting most of the day because there is really no food. So they better pray. Wow. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. What is happening is a serious problem. Our middle belt is being hollowed out. These terrorists want to wipe out the brothers and sisters in the middle. That's their goal. They want to chase everybody away. To where? We cannot keep it quiet about this. So I want to thank people like the Reverend Dr. John Aruna, who is in Pennsylvania. He's from Plateau, and he was in our rally. He talked about the issue. Frank Oto, my friend from Yale Water, he was also with us in DC, and we are going to continue to speak. Frank McAnod was there. We try to engage continuously, whatever we can do to bring awareness. But we need more people to join us. Whether you are in Australia watching me right now, whether you're in Europe, you're in UK, you're in Canada, you're in the US, you can join us. Whether you are in Nigeria, any part of Nigeria you are, you can join our effort. So everybody, all hands on deck. Go to www.savenigeriagroupusa.org and send us your information, or send me a message on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, wherever it is. Show interest on how you can support, on how you can help us help more people. We would like to help people. There's a need. The need is serious. Because of time, I'll be ending here. And I want to thank you all for joining. Tomorrow, I'll be back again at the same time, 12 noon Nigeria time, 6 a.m. New York, 7 p.m. Beijing, if you're in China, 11 a.m. UK time, and 5 a.m. Minnesota time. I live in Minnesota, Midwest, Central time. Texas is 5 a.m. So I have to wake up early. Whatever it takes, we'll do that. And this is the only way I can do this in order to do my own, because I have my own personal stuff I have to do during the day. So I have to wake up to do this because I'm very, very passionate about getting the truth, the word out. Thank you all for joining the live stream today. Please share the live stream so people that didn't join us live can watch the video. If you'd like to know more and support what we are doing, go to www.savenigeriangroupusa.org. And thanks. Hi, Mr. Steve. Bye.